All right, so our second part, I went ahead and wrote this on the front of mine, is to find the second angle. So if you open this up, we're going to find the missing angle across from the given side. Okay, so what that means is up here, we're going to find this missing angle that could be obtuse or acute. We don't really know. But we're going to find it by setting up a proportion. So I'm going to go ahead and highlight this B by showing it here that that is our given side. And so this is where we're going to plug things into our formula. Sorry, I've had a lot of interruptions in this video. Okay, so we set this up, and then we're going to solve for angle B. Now this is the point in the video where I actually want to start working through an example with you, because it's not going the future steps aren't going to make sense, especially this. Don't forget to check both quarter 1 and quarter 2. So let's go ahead and do an example. This is going to be on page 78 in your ISN. And the instructions are solve a triangle ABC with A equals to 61 degrees, side A being 55 centimeters, and C being 35 centimeters. Alright, so we're not going to even sketch anything out, okay, because we kind of have this visual representation that we can't complete anyways. But we can determine our known ratio. We have an angle 61 degrees and a side length 55 centimeters, and they're both A, so they're corresponding. That is our known ratio. So step 1, the known ratio is 55 over sine of 61 degrees. And then step 2 says find the second angle. Find the missing angle across from the second given side. So our second given side is C. So we're going to find the angle that's across from that. So we're going to put equals 35 over sine of big C. And that was step 2. And we're actually going to solve that. So again, we're going to cross multiply and divide just like we did in our lesson yesterday. And we're going to end up with 35 sine of 61 equals 55 sine of C, and then divide, and we'll end up with 35 sine of 61 over 55 equals sine of C. This is where I think it's like one of our very first skills, like skill 7 or something, where we have an angle that's unknown and we have a trig function next to it. So to get rid of sine, to get C by itself, we're actually going to do inverse sine, or arc sine is what it's called. So it'll look like this. We're going to do inverse sine on both sides. And that's what you end up with. Okay, so now we go and type it in our calculator. To get inverse sine, this is where you hit second in sine, and you see that little sign to the -1. And then you're going to type all this in. So 35 sine of 61 in parentheses divided by 55 in parentheses again. And these are our degrees. It's important that your calculator is in degrees, so make sure that it is. And it was 33.8. And when we're rounding degrees, I want to round to the nearest whole degree. So we're going to call this angle C is approximately 34 degrees. In the next video, we're going to talk about what does this mean. Don't forget quadrant 1 and quadrant 2.